Okay, so this is a recorded video for essential requisites of a contract. First, we have to define what is a contract. A contract is the meeting of the minds between two persons whereby one binds himself to the other to give something or to render some service. Okay. So what are the essential characteristics ng contract based on this definition? You have to memorize this definition. Number one, there must be meeting of the minds. There must be two persons. There is someone who binds himself who shall give something or to render some service. Okay. So requisites that must concur for a contract to exist. So again, based on the definition, meron dapat meeting of the minds. Ibig sabihin, there must be a consent. Pangalawa, object certain, which is the subject of the contract. Okay? And then the cause of the obligation that is established. When you say object certain, it is yung to give something or to render some service. What something, what specific object, or what type of service. And the cause of the obligation should be established. For this case, kapag meron tayong contract of sale, ang cost natin is to earn money, to earn profit. What is the force that binds you to the contract? Okay? What is a valid contract? Okay. As long as the three requisites is existing, there is a valid contract. So again, to memorize this further, meron kayong COC, consent, object, and cause. Okay. Classification of contracts. As to perfection, consensual contracts are perfected by mere consent or meeting of the minds. Pag real contracts naman, dapat is merong delivery of the object. Okay? As to form, we have formal and informal contracts. There are some contracts that are required by the law to be in a prescribed form. Okay? Like for example, contract of partnership. Sa contract of partnership, kapag merong real property involved, kailangan is nasa public instrument, may inventory at saka registered sa Securities and Exchange Commission para maging valid yung partnership. We also have informal contracts that do not require forms for their validity. Again, okay, general rule, wala talagang form na nire-require ang isang kontrata. Kasi nga, ito nga yung essential requisites. Meron kayong consent, object, at consideration. Meron bang F dyan or forms? Di ba wala? However, some laws, like itong contract of partnership natin, are required to be in prescribed form. Okay? Para maging enforceable siya. Okay. As to name, we have nominate contracts. Ibig sabihin, sa kontrata nakalagay sa taas, contract of sale, contract of lease, contract of employment. Okay? May pangalan. Nominate. Innominate contracts are those that have no name under the law. Meron tayo ditong do ut des or I give what I may give. Do ut facias, I give what you may do. Facto ut des, I do what you may give. And facto ut facias, I do what you may do. Actually, yung ito, do ut des, I give that you may give, this should be reclassified as under nominate. Kasi ito yung tinatawag nating barter, di ba? Meron, I give what you may give. So, ibig sabihin may exchange dyan. Merong barter. So, ang tawag doon, barter. Innominate contracts are governed by the agreement of the parties, provisions of the Civil Code on Obligations and Contracts, and rules governing most analogous contracts and the customs of the place. As to cost, we have onerous wherein there is an exchange or of consideration. Like for example, dito contract of sale. Okay, may makukuha ka from your seller at ikaw na as buyer, may makukuha si seller na bayad from you. Remunatory or in consideration of a service or a benefit. Like for example, contract, employment contract. In exchange of the service, babayaran kang pera. Gratuitous, like your donation. Okay? The one party receives with no equivalent consideration. As to dependence to another contract, number 1, we have preparatory. Preparatory means this is the first step before another contract is being entered into. Like for example, contract of agency. Contract of agency is a preparatory contract kasi kung wala kang binigay na authorization doon sa iyong agent, hindi siya makakagalaw on your behalf. Okay? Principal contract because it can survive on its own. It is independent. It is also an accessory because there are contracts that are dependent on such contract. Okay. Parties obligated, unilateral, dalawa ang merong, unilateral is isa. Yung isa lang yung magpa-perform. Like in a contract of comodatum. Okay? Or a contract of donation, isa lang yung magbibigay. Bilateral is both parties are required to perform an obligation. Risk involved, commutative, contract where each party obtains an equivalent presentation value. And yung aleatory naman natin is dependent upon chance. Characteristics or principles of contracts. Number 1, freedom to contract. Ibig sabihin po ng freedom to contract, as long as you qualify to have a contract, to engage into a contract, kahit na anong stipulation na ilagay ninyo sa kontrata. Kasi in contract, the stipulation of the parties are the law between the parties. As long as hindi siya contrary to our lamog-pupo. Law, morals, good customs, public order, and public policy. Limitation on the freedom to contract. Limitations to freedom to contract. Again, general rule, the stipulation of the parties are the binding force between the persons who are binded by the contract. However, they cannot put stipulations that are contrary to lamog-pupo. Okay? Principle of mutuality of contracts. When you say mutuality, ibig sabihin, yung dalawang parties involved sa contract are bound by each contract. Otherwise, hindi yun magiging valid kung hindi nila intention na maging bound or maging sumunod doon sa kontrata. Principle of mutuality. Okay. Exception to the principle of mutuality is yung determination by a third person. If these two persons na nagko-contract, sinabi nila is the decision or the performance of the contract is dependent to a third person, ayun, pwede rin yun, exception to the rule. Okay. Like for example, I will give C, ano ba ang example? A bind to contract of sale. A bought a house from B. Okay? But C will determine as to what house. Okay? Kung saan located yung house. So, exception yun sa mutuality ng contracts kasi may third persons involved. Okay? The determination, however, is not obligatory. The third person will not bind the parties into a contract if the determination of the third person is not just or inequitable. Okay? Next, relativity of contracts. When we say relativity of the contracts, yung kontrata between two persons who bound themselves to each other ay para lang sa kanila. Okay? Unless i-assign nila or mamatay yung isa sa kanila at considered na transmissible yung rights, pwedeng pumasok sa eksena yung kanilang mga heirs and assigns. Okay? Like for example, A sold a house to B. Tapos biglang yung si B is namatay. Considered bang extinguished na yung contract? The answer is no. Ang mangyayari, yung mga anak ni B which is si B1 at saka si B2, will now be substituted or they will represent now B doon sa kontrata nila ni A and B. Okay? Sila na ngayon yung makakakuha ng bahay. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, yung relativity of contracts, general rule, sa kanilang dalawa lang. Pero kapag inassign nila or namatay yung isa sa kanila at nagkaroon ng heirs, pwede silang isubstitute. Okay? Instances where rights and obligations in the contracts are not transmissible to assigns and heirs. Number one is if the contract itself is not transmissible. Hindi pwedeng ipamana. Like for example, yung contract of agency. It's a purely personal contract or yung contract of partnership. You will later on learn this kapag nasa third year na kayo. Sa contract of partnership, kapag may isang namatay sa mga partners, i-dissolve nila yung partnership or i-close nila yung partnership. Kasi hindi pwedeng yung tagapagmana ang papalit doon sa namatay na partner. By agreement of the parties and when contract so provides. Okay. Exception to the relativity principle natin is number one, when the contract contains a stipulation in favor of a third person or yung tinatawag nating contract pour outry. Okay? Contract pour outry is a stipulation in favor of a third person conferring a clear and deliberate favor upon him. Like for example, yun nga yung namatay si B sa example natin. Ang magsasubstitute doon ay yung third persons, yung mga anak ni B. Okay? In contracts creating real rights, third persons who come into the possession of the object of the contract are bound thereby. Okay. What else? The right of the creditor to sue on contract entered into by his debtor. So, kasama yung creditors kasi actually, na-discuss natin to sa obligations, yung action subrogatoria. Like, for example, meron kang transaction na fraudulent in nature para i-evade mo yung mga pinagkakautangan mo. Pwedeng i-extinguish ng court yung contract na pinasok mo at ibalik dun sa creditor yung property na binenta mo to evade your creditors. And when the third person induces another to violate his contract. Obligatory force of the contract, again, stipulation of the parties in the contract as long as it is not against law, morals, good customs, public order, and public policy will be considered as the law between the partners. Thus, they must faithfully observe yung terms and conditions na nasa contract. Consensuality of contracts, meaning contracts are perfected by mere consent. Okay? 'Di ba nabanggit natin sa definition kanina ng contract meeting of the minds. Okay? However, there are exception to the rule. Kapag kunwari is merong form prescribed, kailangan masunod yung form prescribed na yon. Okay? So that's your essential requisites, essential elements of a contract.